Hello friends, this is the lecture third on the amine, and in this lecture we will discuss the chemical properties of amines. In the chemical properties, we will focus on the basic nature of amine, why the amines are basic in natures, what is the order of basicity in aliphatic amines in the gaseous phase, and the basicity of aliphatic amines in the solution phase. Also, we will compare the basicity of aliphatic amines, ammonia, and aromatic amines. So let's begin with the basic nature of amine. To decide whether the compound is acidic or basic in nature, we have to consider the theories such as Arrhenius concept, Lowry-Bronsted theory, and Lewis acid-base theory. Here, in case of amine, we will take the help of a Lowry-Bronsted theory. According to the Lowry-Bronsted theory, if the compound accepts the proton from other compound, then it is called as a base. And if the compound donate the proton to other compound, then it is called as a acid. Here we will consider the concept of base, that is, if the compound is accept the proton from other compound. Now look at the structure of amines. I will write here a general formula for amine, that is aliphatic amine RNH2, and aromatic amine, that is ARNH2. Now both the nitrogen in aliphatic amines as well as aromatic amine, we know that they possesses a lone pair. So it is clear that aliphatic amines as well as aromatic amine, they can accept the proton from other compound. That's why according to the Lowry-Bronsted theory, these two amines, they are basic in nature. So generally aliphatic as well as aromatic amines, they are basic in nature according to the Lowry-Bronsted theory, as they accept the proton from other compound. Now consider the example. I will write RNH2. When it is treated with water, what is happening here? The hydrogen from the water is accepted by this nitrogen, so that it will convert into NH3, here a positive charge, and the OH minus. In this way we get a corresponding salt. Similarly, this aliphatic amine, I will write here RNH2 plus SCl. SCl is the acid, and when they reacts with each other, it will form this type of salt, that is alkyl ammonium chloride. And this salt, when it is treated with NaOH, a strong base, then it is again converted into RNH2 plus NaCl plus H2O. It means that amines undergo reaction with HCl to form salt, and salt, when treated with the base, it again regenerate the original amine. From this it is clear that the amine accept the proton from HCl as well as water, and it gets converted into corresponding salt. That's why the amines are basic in nature. Now it is supported by the fact that in amine, a red litmus paper, that is red litmus paper, is converted into a blue litmus paper. It clearly indicates that the amines are basic in nature. So all these facts, they support the basic nature of amine. Now we will see the basicity order of aliphatic amine in a gaseous phase. To study the basicity of aliphatic amine, we have to consider three effects. That is, first one is inductive effect, second one is a steric effect, and third one is a solvation effect. Here, in gaseous phase, the solvation effect is zero. That's why we will consider here only the inductive effect and a steric effect in a gaseous phase. Now we will draw a structures of aliphatic amine, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. So first structure is of primary amine. Second structure, I will write here a secondary amine, and third structure I will write it is of tertiary amine. These are the lone pairs available on the nitrogen. Now, primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine, there is a different groups attached to the nitrogen. Here, one alkyl group is attached and two hydrogens. Here, two alkyl groups and one hydrogen, whereas here there are three alkyl groups are attached. Now, we know that the alkyl group, that is R group, they are electron donating in nature. That's why they exhibit a positive inductive effect. It means that when they are attached to the nitrogen, they donate the electron to the nitrogen. So here we observed in all the three amines a positive inductive effect, and due to the positive inductive effect, the electron availability on the nitrogen is increased. It means that the electron density or electron intensity on the nitrogen is going on increasing from primary amine to the secondary amine to the tertiary amine. And on this nitrogen, in case of tertiary amine, the electron density on the nitrogen is more as compared to the secondary as well as primary amine. That's why this nitrogen, it can abstract the proton from other compound easily due to the more electron density. Therefore, this tertiary amine is more basic in nature as compared to the secondary amine as compared to the primary amine. It is according to the inductive effect. Here the electron density is more, here the electron density is less as compared to tertiary, and here the electron density is less as compared to secondary. That's why the basicity order is like this. Here the basicity increases from primary amine to secondary to tertiary. In this way, I will write here increase in basicity, or basicity increases like this according to the inductive effect. Now consider the steric effect. Here there are three alkyl groups are attached. Here two alkyl groups, whereas here there is one alkyl group. And as compared to the primary amine, here tertiary amine possesses three alkyl group. It means that there is a crowding of group, and that's why the steric effect or steric hindrance is more in tertiary amine, whereas steric hindrance is less, and here much less as compared to the secondary and tertiary amine. So from primary to tertiary, the steric hindrance increases. As steric effect increases or steric hindrance increases, the proton which is coming from other substance to this nitrogen, this is hindered by the steric effect or a crowding of the group around the nitrogen. Therefore, the basicity of this nitrogen slightly decreases, and that's why According to the steric effect, the primary amine is more basic as compared to the secondary amine and tertiary amine. But in a gaseous phase, the steric effect is overcome by a inductive effect. So inductive effect is more dominant than a steric effect in a gaseous phase. That's why we observed a tertiary amine, they are more basic than secondary amine than a primary amine, though the tertiary amine has more steric hindrance around the nitrogen. In this way, we get the basicity order in the gaseous phase. And if we compare this basicity order or basicity of the aliphatic amine with the ammonia, here I will write the structure of ammonia, that is NH. Here there is a absence of alkyl group, therefore no inductive effect is there. Inductive effect is absent. That's why primary amines are more basic than ammonia. So this is the actual order when we compare it with the ammonia in a gaseous phase. Now we will see the basicity of amines in a aqueous solution or a solution phase. As seen in the gaseous phase, we know that a tertiary amine is more basic than secondary and primary amine. So according to the inductive effect, I will write here inductive effect. The order of basicity is, here I will write a tertiary amine is more basic than a secondary amine than a primary amine. And as studied in the previous point, according to the steric effect, we got the order here like this. A primary amine is more basic than secondary amine than a tertiary amine. In a primary amine, the steric hindrance is less, but here in a tertiary amine, the steric hindrance is more. Therefore, the hydrogen which is came from the other compound, it is blocked one. That's why we get the basicity order in case of steric effect is such that the primary amine is more basic than a tertiary. In the aqueous solution or in a solution phase, in addition to the inductive effect and steric effect, we have to consider a third effect, that is a solvation effect. Before starting with the actual solvation effect, we have to keep in mind two facts: availability of the lone pair and the stabilization of the cation, which is formed by uptake of the proton. And this stabilization effect is nothing but the solvation effect. In case to understand the solvation effect in amines, you have to consider the reaction of amines with the water. First of all, I will write the reaction of primary amine, that is RNH2, with the water. It will form RNH3 cation and OH minus. Here, the proton from the water is taken by the nitrogen and it will form a cation. Now consider a cation in this reaction, that is NH, here hydrogen and here hydrogen. It is having a positive charge. Now look at the sentence here. Stabilization of the cation formed by the uptake of cation is formed here by the uptake of proton from the water, and this cation, it should be a stable one, and if it is stable, then this RNH2 is more basic. So the stability of this cation depends upon the solvation, and the solvation effect is nothing but how the hydrogens are forming the hydrogen bond with the water. Here there are three hydrogen. It means that they are involved in the hydrogen bond with the water like this. So I will write here three molecules of water. They are involved in the hydrogen bonding in the cation of primary amines, and it is nothing but the solvation of the cation in case of primary amine. Now we will consider the secondary amine here and how they are solvated or how the hydrogen bonding causes in the secondary amine. So the structure of secondary amine I will write here R2NH plus H2O, a same reaction as that of primary amine. Here R2NH2, a transfer of proton from the water to the secondary amine and the cation is formed. Now I will write the structure of cation like this. Here I will put R, and there are only two hydrogen in the cation of a secondary amine and they are forming a hydrogen bond with the water. It is nothing but the solvation of cation by the water and only two water molecules are involved. Then consider a tertiary amine. Here I will write R3N plus water. Now it will form R3NH minus and here a positive charge. Only cation is considered here. Then I will write here nitrogen R, then R, and one hydrogen is attached to the nitrogen. I miss here a positive charge on the nitrogen. Now, tertiary amine, when it undergoes the reaction with the water, it forms the cation, and that cation possesses only one hydrogen. Now, the hydrogen bonding is like this. Only one water molecule is involved in the hydrogen bonding. Therefore, solvation causes by or caused by only one water molecule. So now compare the solvation effect in a primary, secondary and tertiary. Here three water molecules are used. Here two water molecules and one water molecule. Therefore, solvation effect in the primary amine is more and the solvation effect in the tertiary amine is less. And in this way, the solvation effect decreases from primary amine to tertiary amine. As the solvation effect decreases, the stabilization of the cation also decreases, and when the stabilization decreases, the basicity of amines also decreases. So, according to the solvation effect, a primary amine is more basic as compared to the secondary amine as compared to the tertiary amine, whereas a tertiary amine is a less basic as compared to the secondary amine as compared to the primary amine. By considering the solvation effect, we will write the basicity order, that is primary amine is more basic than secondary amine than a tertiary amine. So in this way, the basicity of aliphatic amine depends upon the inductive effect, steric effect as well as solvation effect in case of aqueous solution. We will take two examples. In the first example, we will replace R group by a methyl, and in the second example, we will replace R group by a ethyl group. So I will write here primary amine which is having a methyl group, that is a CH3NH2, then a secondary amine it is a CH3NHCH3, and a tertiary amine it is having 3-methyl group. And the second example I will write here C2H5NH2. It is the primary amine where R group is nothing but the ethyl. Uh, it is a secondary amine and it is a tertiary amine. Now, in the first example where methyl group is present in a primary amine, secondary amine or tertiary amine, the basicity order is found to be CH3 twice, that is a secondary amine, is more basic than primary amine than a tertiary amine in case of this series. And in the second series where ethyl group is present, the basicity order is found to be C2H5 twice NH, that is secondary amine, is more basic than here C2H5 thrice N, that is tertiary amine, than a primary amine. Now, to understand this stability order in case of this series and in case of this series, we will go through the inductive effect, steric effect, and the solvation effect. And I will post here the summary of inductive effect, steric effect, and the solvation effect. Here in inductive effect, a tertiary amine is more basic, whereas steric effect and solvation effect involves a primary amine as a more basic amine. But in all the three effects, a secondary amine is in the middle. Now, if we compare the inductive effect and the solvation effect, then the order is reverse one. Or if we compare inductive effect and steric effect, the order is reverse one. So, in one case, tertiary amine is more basic, and in another case, a primary amine is more basic. But when we combine all the three effects in an aqueous solution, we got a secondary amine is always more basic than a tertiary amine or a primary amine. So in both this series, here a secondary amine came first because it is more basic. Now let us consider the first series, and in the first series a primary amine is more basic than a tertiary amine. It is because here there is a presence of a methyl group, which is a smallest group in the alkyl series as compared to the other alkyl group. And when there is a presence of small group, the steric effect is more and it is predominant as compared to the inductive effect. Therefore, here the steric effect is more, and according to the steric effect, a tertiary amine is least basic. That's why in this series where methyl group is present, a tertiary amine is least basic. Here the solvation effect is much more important than inductive effect and steric effect. Therefore, when we compare this primary amine and this tertiary amine, we got solvation effect is predominant than a inductive effect because there is a presence of small methyl group which causes more steric hindrance, more crowding. Now consider the second series here. The secondary amine is more basic, no doubt, but when we see this series, then it is found that here the tertiary amine which possesses ethyl group is more basic than primary amine because here the inductive effect is more dominant than a solvation effect, and that's why when we consider the inductive effect, a tertiary amine is more basic than primary amine. So by combining all the three effects, we got this experimental basicity order where in case of methyl substituted amide, we get the order in which a secondary amine is more basic than primary than tertiary, whereas in case of ethyl, we get a secondary amine more basic than tertiary than a primary. Then how to remember these two basicity order? So methyl group is there, it is considered as a small group, and ethyl group is there, it is considered as a large group. So in both cases, a secondary amine came first. Now, in case of methyl, what we have to write here, there is a small, so secondary amine is more basic than a small value between 1, 2 and 3. It is 1. Then lastly, there is a third. In case of ethyl, it is a large. So large value between these three, 1, 2, 3 is written here 3, then 1. In this way, we can remember in case of ethyl 213 and in case of ethyl 231. A small and large. It is the trick to understand or to remember the basicity order in an aqueous solution. Now we will compare the basicity of aliphatic amine with the ammonia and aromatic amine. Already we have compared the basicity of aliphatic amine with the ammonia, and we have got the basicity order in a gaseous phase, that is a tertiary amine is more basic than a secondary amine than a primary amine than ammonia, that is NH3. This is the order. It is according to the inductive effect, and here tertiary amine is having more inductive effect, whereas ammonia it doesn't have any inductive effect. So now we will compare this basicity order with the aromatic amine. Before comparing, we have to know the structure of aromatic amine, and in this we will take the structure of aniline. Here I will write the structure. This is the aniline. There is a presence of NH2 group which is attached to the aryl ring. No doubt it is basic one, but the aniline it possesses a lone pair on the nitrogen which are in conjugation with the pi bonds or double bond present in the aromatic ring. That's why the aromatic amine they shows a resonance, and the resonance is like this. So this electron they shift here, then the shifting of electron occur like this. Here a negative charge came, then there is a formation of double bond between carbon and nitrogen, and it will have a positive charge. Remaining double bonds as it is. Then this negative charge shift the electron here, and also there is a shift of pi electron on the carbon, and we get another resonating structure where negative charge came here, double bond present like this, a positive charge. Next structure I will write. This will shift here, it will shift here, then negative charge and double bond NH2 and positive charge, and finally it will shift the electron like this, and we get final resonating structure of aniline is like this. Here there is a double bond, here also double bond, here also double bond, and NH2 group. From these resonating structures, it is clear that the lone pair on the nitrogen, they are involved in the resonance, and that's why they are not easily available for uptake of proton from other compound, and that's why the basic character is decreased in the aromatic amine, as the lone pair is not easily available for the bonding purpose. Therefore, the aromatic amines are less basic as compared to the ammonia as well as aliphatic amine. So the order of basicity is like this. Ammonia is more basic than aromatic amine. So in this order, a tertiary amine is more basic, whereas aromatic amines are least basic due to the unavailability of the lone pair for the uptake of proton because they are involved in the resonance. This is the comparison of basicity of aliphatic amines, ammonia and aromatic amine. Aliphatic amines are more basic as compared to ammonia, and aromatic amines are least basic as compared to ammonia as well as aliphatic amine. So with this, we will stop here, and in the next lecture, we will see the chemical reactions of aliphatic amines as well as aromatic amines. So till then, keep watching the YouTube channel and keep studying. Thank you very much.